our studios here in Accra, this is Joy News Prime with me, Samuel Kojo Brace, live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 125. Around the world on myjoyonline.com. In our headlines, these are angry youth in KJB district take over East DC's residence demanding his removal from office. We'll take you there live to the area to speak to the DC for his response on this. Now, Judicial Service of Ghana and the Office of the Special Prosecutor commit to work together to suppress corruption. We'll speak to anti-corruption campaigners on the way forward. And anyone who trespasses on our land for mining does so at his own risk. That's according the warning from the Chidomhene for Santrofi traditional area, Nana Kofi Olato IV. We also have business and showbiz all coming up in this hour. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Please stay with us. Some angry youth from Yajo, a community from where two footballers died on Christmas Eve, allegedly due to activities of National Security and Kokobo Task Force, have besieged the residence of the DCE for KJB district after they met his absence at the office when they went there to present a petition to him concerning the situation. The angry protesters say the explanations provided by the DCE on the presence of the task force is unacceptable. Correspondent Peter Seno was with the protesters and has more in the following report.
The protesters, most of whom were present during the visit to the family on Tuesday by the DCE, say they are angry at the turn of activities of the Kokobot task force in the district. Amidou Abdullahi spoke on behalf of the protesters. They say the death of the two players is a big loss to the district, the family, and the nation.
What happened 2 days ago, a barbaric act against our own brothers, the future, they've robbed us of the future of Akan, Ghana, and the whole country at large. Our youth, our vibrant youth, very young guys, energetic young boys' lives have been taken off without any recourse to any issue. They've done nothing wrong. These guys were coming from their own place, from where they've gone to do whatever it is that they've gone to do. People claiming that they are national security operatives carelessly drive their vehicle and veered off the road, killing these two young talented footballers of ours. We are not happy. We don't know the presence of these guys in our constituency.
They deny any knowledge of smuggling of cocoa beans to Togo in the area.
Our DC claims he doesn't know that these guys are in the constituency. It is so unfortunate that the district chief executive of a constituency doesn't know that there are other people coming outside the country, national, into his constituency, operating for over 1 month. And DC claims he has no knowledge about it. We are not happy. We are only here to express our displeasure. They claim that there is smuggling going on. We have no knowledge about it.
But he alleges the purchasing clerks around Ahamansu and Papasi do not have funds to pay their parents for their toils on the farm.
I have visited over 10 cocoa purchasing clerks. None of them have been able to confirm to me that he has even 1,000 Ghana cedis in his account to purchase cocoa. Yes. Wow. So if our own parents wasted their effort, their meager resources, buy medicines with their farms, and then are able to make sure that they produce cocoa, and the government is not able to give them enough money so that they can buy the produce they produce. What exactly do you want them to do? We are in a festive season. How are our people, our Christian brothers and sisters, going to celebrate the Christmas? This is a question our leaders should think about. How in the name of God will you say that you are buying cocoa without money?
The group, upon the plea from the police service, has left the residence. Peter Senu for Joy News.
Well, the National Security Ministry has since issued a statement on this development. Let's share that with you now. Now, the statement says the attention of the Ministry of National Security has been drawn to a press release by the Honorable Yao Gomado, Member of Parliament for the Akan constituency, accusing operatives of the Ministry of deliberately killing two persons in his constituency. The ministry wishes to state that the account by the Member of Parliament for the Akan constituency on the regrettable loss of lives of the two persons is grossly inaccurate and mischievously fabricated to satisfy a parochial agenda. Now, the fact of the matter are as follows. One, in October 2023, the Ministry of National Security, in collaboration with COCOBOT, launched an intelligence-led operation along the Eastern Corridor, which includes the Akan constituency, to prevent cocoa smuggling to neighboring countries. The launch of the intelligence-led operation was informed by a surge in cocoa smuggling activities, leading to a significant reduction in the quantum of cocoa beans sold by farmers to licensed buying companies, LBCs. This explains the presence of national security personnel in the Akan constituency. Now, the anti-cocoa smuggling operations have so far been successful, with several persons involved in the smuggling activities arrested. A significant amount of cocoa beans seized from the smugglers have been submitted as exhibit for the prosecution of the arrested persons. It is worth noting that as a result of the intelligence-led operations, the LBCs have recorded an uptick in the quantum of cocoa sold to them by farmers. 3. Regrettably, on December 25, 2023, one of the vehicles of the anti-cocoa smuggling operations team was involved in an accident when it collided head-on with a motorcycle carrying 2 persons, a development that claimed the lives of the 2 persons aboard the motorcycle. 4. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, personnel of the Ghana Police Service arrived at the scene to commence full-scale investigations. However, some aggrieved persons in the Akan constituency, guided by a misconception that the 2 deceased persons were deliberately targeted, vandalized the vehicle and set it ablaze. The ministry deeply regrets the loss of the 2 persons and expresses its deepest condolences to their families. The ministry, however, deems it prudent to put on record that the incident leading to the death of the 2 persons was purely accidental and not born out of a targeted operation. To this end, the public is urged to disregard the factual inaccuracies contained in the press release issued by the MP for the Akan constituency, aimed at courting disaffection for the anti-cocoa smuggling operation currently ongoing in the constituency. We'll be keeping an eye on this particular development. We'll be bringing you any development that we do lay our hands on. To other stories now, the Judicial Service of Ghana and the Office of the Special Prosecutor have officially committed to suppress corruption through collaborative enforcement of the law and the provision of fair hearings to all stakeholders in the criminal justice system. Ghana's Special Prosecutor Kisi Ejabeng in the last few days raised concerns about how the conduct of some judges inhibits him from successfully prosecuting politically exposed cases, a situation the OSP says spells doom for the country. Let's share with you a copy of the letter with you now, the statement that both teams released after the meeting. Now, the statement says, recalling their joint engagement with other stakeholders, including the Ghana Bar Association, civil society organizations promoting governance issues, and the National Media Commission. Concerned about the seriousness of problems and threats posed by corruption and corruption-related activities to our development and democracy, noting the important roles of the judiciary and the Office of the Special Prosecutor in combating corruption and corruption-related activities, affirm a joint commitment to suppress and repress corruption and corruption-related activities in all forms through collaborative enforcement of the law and continuous engagement while upholding the rule of law and provision of fair hearing to all stakeholders in the criminal justice system. So what do anti-corruption campaigners react to, or how do they react to this news? Joining us via Zoom is Edem Senanu, the co-chair of the Citizen Movement Against Corruption. Grateful for joining us, Mr. Senanu here. What's your own reading of this statement issued jointly by the judiciary and the OSP?
That they could make this engagement and that they have come out with a statement. I think on your platform and other platforms, I had stated that the best thing would be for backdoor engagements between the Chief Justice and her establishment, as well as the OSP, in the best interest of this nation. So it's good news. It's good news for all of us that they have come up with a collaborative commitment to this fight against corruption.
I guess then you are inspired by the statement that indeed corruption will be dealt with as the statement seeks to put out.
Well, I'm inspired by the fact that the parties have managed to come together. One of the things that I think has slowed down our impact is really the fact that different institutions work in silos. So there's a real need for better collaboration across board. And this is one of those instances where you can see an effort by the parties involved. And definitely, if it is something that is, what would I say, something that is pursued to the hilt, then we will see the impact and the results in terms of how the future cases will be handled and the results that Ghanaians want to see. I think it's a very good thing.
I remember when the OSP spoke up at that press conference, we spoke to you, and indeed, as you alluded to earlier, you mentioned that there should be some sort of interaction behind closed doors. Could we be right to say that this is as a result of that outburst some few days ago?
Well, yes. For those of us who do what we call public policy advocacy, sometimes you need to be out there on the public platform indicating that something is not going well for the stakeholders to begin to take you seriously. So although some people will say that he should have engaged first, I think that the way our systems have worked in the past, definitely we need to give him credit that when the OSP spoke up, it caused other stakeholders to begin to think through these issues some more. And I think this is definitely one of those very important results of the effort put into making us aware of what was not going on well.
Mm-hmm. Does it amount to an admission that indeed, yes, the judiciary, may have probably faltered along the line? They want to make things better.
Well, at this stage, nobody is highlighting that. Even though in the OSP submissions, there were specific areas where he was pointing out that the kind of rulings going on, you're giving immunity to individuals from being prosecuted, from being investigated, and that's not what the judiciary ought to be doing. So he raised various technical issues that I believe in the minds of those who are the helm of affairs of the judiciary, they must believe that there's some value to what he was saying. And therefore the collaboration will ensure that going forward, such things are dealt with in a way that ensures that the public good is maintained.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Senator, for joining us. Let's return to our earlier story where some youth in Yaji, community in the Kajebi district, have besieged the DC's residence, demanding his removal because of the death of some 2 people, allegedly due to the activities of National Security and Kukubot Security Task Force. Let's bring in security analyst Dr. Adam Bona to help us understand what's really happening. Doc, I'm grateful that you joined us. What's your own assessment of the situation in Kajebi and also from the response from the National Security Ministry in relation to this development?
And then Merry Christmas to your viewers and Happy New Year in advance to your viewers. Well, I would say that this issue of national security vis-a-vis citizens' confrontation is becoming one too many. You remember what happened recently in Garu area, Garu Bogri area, where some national security operatives were accosted, and when the citizens effected an arrest and took them to the police station, it didn't take too long. The place was besieged by, some security operatives, and some persons within the area were beaten to pulp. I think that the national security would have to do an assessment of their functions. I'm not sure what they seem to be doing when it comes to these issues. National security doesn't possess, arresting powers. They don't have prosecutorial powers. The law that establishes national security has not changed. The last time I checked, it hasn't changed. And so if every now and then national security operatives are found, coming face to face with citizens, when we know the Ghana police have their own PID, they have the Police Intelligence Directorate, the immigration have the same, all of them, all the other security agencies have the same. And these agencies have arresting and prosecutorial powers. And so some of these functions should be left to these agencies to handle. But unfortunately, national security seems to be duplicating these state institutions who are clothed with power to take care of this business. And that is what is, culminating into what we are seeing, calling for the DCE to be dismissed, people dying. And so where do we go from here? As far as I'm concerned, I can only urge calm.
Okay.
And say that the operatives who did this, I think that they would have to be sanctioned. The national security should do a reassessment and look at what role are they playing. Their role is to collate information, gather intelligence, and share same with those who have arresting and prosecutorial powers. But unfortunately, they seem to be performing policing duties, immigration duties, and fire service duties, and performing all the other agencies' duties, which is not what they were established to do. And so as far as I'm concerned, information I picked meant that the people have become wary of the national security in the area. They think the national security is extorting. They are engaging in certain things, and therefore they feel that this is the time to, ask them to leave. And by getting the head of the DISEC in the area, also the head of the DISEC to be also removed, which I think is something that we need to be looking at.
So once the youth have besieged, the residents of the DCE, from the security point of view, how must the DCE react?
Well, I think the DC would have to get the chiefs and people of the KJB area, the KJG area. They should get them, the KJB, they should get them to be involved. They should get the police, and they should not attempt to use force. Attempting to use force to remove the people could degenerate into something else, especially when 2 persons have been killed already. You remember what happened in Nigeria some years back, a year or two ago, a few years ago when Macho Kaka was killed, in response. Others also got killed and others got injured. So I think that they would have to calm tempers, use de-escalating measures to ensure that if there was some misunderstanding, they try to, iron out some of this misunderstanding. But the fundamental thing is that the national security would have to do a proper assessment of what their mandate is. If you ask me, I will tell you that they are performing some functions that their mandate does not perform, that does not allow them to perform. And that is what is bringing about all this confrontation.
Thank you so much for joining us here. To other stories, constituency executives of the New Patriotic Party in the Nandom constituency of the Upper West region have poo-pooed claims by Alex Mogogmo that he has secured nomination forms of the party's parliamentary from the national headquarters and has since filed his nomination to contest the primary. Alex Mo was alleged to have been expelled by the party on 14th December 2023 for incessantly campaigning against the party's parliamentary candidate and Interior Minister Ambrose Derry in 2012, 2016 and 2020 elections. He was therefore expelled from the party and cannot file to contest the primary. But at a press briefing in Wa, Alex Mo insists he is now ready for the primaries, urging supporters to rally behind him for the contest. Joy News' Upper West correspondent Rafi Salam has more.
Despite his expulsion from the party in a letter dated December 14, 2023, Alex Kokcha Mo says he's still a member of the New Patriotic Party NPP and has even successfully filed to contest the upcoming parliamentary primary.
That per the receipts I've shown to the press and per pictures I have floated in other social media handles of mine, that my nomination documents were adequately vetted on behalf of the national office by the treasurer, and that he saw that I had paid the required fees and that the required attachments I had provided, and that he held the view on behalf of the national executives that my documentations were right and duly received.
Per the letter signed by the Nandom Constituency Secretary of the NPP, William Martin, Alex Kokmo was expelled from the party for incessantly campaigning against the party's parliamentary candidate in 2012, 2016, and 2020. First Vice Chairman of the MPP in the Namdong constituency, Alhaji Hudu Mahmoud, in a telephone interview, stated that Alex Kokmo confessed to have worked and campaigned against Interior Minister Ambrose Dere, who has been the party's parliamentary candidate in the last 4 elections.
You can remember Chairman Franzak wrote a petition against him 2018. Instead of him come and join us 2020 to do 2020, he repeated the same thing. So looking at things, we were seeing that we cannot allow him to participate in this election. So when we do that, we'll give a room for people to be doing such things, and it is against the party constitution.
At that meeting, did you confess that he openly campaigned against the certain MP?
Well, he even made mention of the 2016, and he even said 2082 was part. He confirmed.
The Member of Parliament for Techman South, Martin Ejemi Sakosa, has awarded the overall best teacher in the constituency with a brand new car at an award ceremony. The initiative, which was instituted by the MP in 2018, aims at recognizing and appreciating the outstanding contributions of teachers to education in the area. A total of 83 teachers were honored with gifts such as brand new motorbikes, tabletop fridges, fans, laptops, and more for their meritorious service to education within the Techman municipality.
42-year-old Frimpong Emmanuel was adjudged the overall best teacher for the 2022 MyCamp Teachers Award, an award scheme organized by the Member of Parliament for Techman South constituency. The legislator, who doubles as the Deputy Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, first introduced this award scheme in the year 2018 to, amongst other things, motivate teachers in the Techman North and South constituencies to do more to help improve education across the area. Emmanuel, whose sacrificial exploits towards education earned him the recognition, was cheered and carried shoulder high after his name was mentioned as the winner of the brand new Maruti S Presos Salon car. Emmanuel Frimpong, a teacher at the Tra MA Basic School, described the recognition as a motivation to do more.
As the Bible says, you give, if you give, it shall be given unto you. And it's serving as motivation because looking at the nature and the value of this award, I was not dreaming about it.
Flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has challenged the authenticity of recent results of the West Africa Senior High School's certificate examination, WASI. According to him, some invigilators relax on their job as teachers are found to aid students in answering questions. Comes after the Education Minister, Dr. Yao Osei-Educhum, announced this year's results as being the best since 2015. Mr. Mahama, who is on the Building Ghana tour, believes it has dire consequences on the education system in future. And Jima was at a town hall meeting in the Infantiman constituency and has filed the following report.
Professional and economic groupings continue to honor invitation of the NDC to aid the drawing of the party's manifesto by voicing challenges of their sectors. Throughout the 6 regions toured, teachers have featured prominently. At Infantiman constituency, the non-availability of textbooks after change of curriculum was a major worry.
My teachers in onye esuan funara enti yan papa dem yesre da seba the textbooks in my umbra.
The teachers and students are suffering because of non-availability of textbooks. We plead that you help us when you come. Also, the free SHS has to be reviewed because the double track system is not allowing teachers to get some rest.
Because form one first track, na second track
The former president shared in their worry.
We are worried about the lack of textbooks. My curriculum for textbooks in Niho. I wonder what kind of government this is. Our education system is in shambles.
Mr. Mahama further expressed his reservation over the recent results being released in the West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination. The 2023 results is the best since 2015. The Education Minister, Yao Osei Educhum, has already attributed the gains to the dedication of teachers. But Mr. Mahama has made different observation.
After 1 year exams are in many places, one checking Kwadano, they let the children cheat freely. You go to places and the teachers are conniving with the children to cheat. The effect of this will be seen later. Because you certify these children, you say he's of this standard, either basic BECE or SSCE, and that child will use that certificate, go abroad to a school, and they'll find that in Ghana your qualification is not up to what you say it is.
Now, anyone who trespasses on our land for mining does so at his own risk. These are the words of the Chidom Hene of Santrof Kofi traditional area, Nana Kofi Olato IV. According to him, they are resolute with the decision not to allow any mining activity in their communities. Peter Sano has more in this report.
At least I did a little agric in school. If this dust is settling on our crops, all the crops, the photosynthesis that the crops are supposed to have a good yield and a healthy yield will be defeated. Therefore, even if our crops produce some food for us and we eat, the nutrition that we are supposed to get from them, we will not get it. So we are strongly against mining in these communities.
Earlier this year, June 2023, the residents of Santrokofi, Lobi, Akpafu and Bori formed an anti-iron ore mining committee to have a united front to kick against any mining activities in their area. 6 months on, the residents have gone beyond the formation of a committee to mount notices in the various communities to ward off any investor who wants to mine iron ore in the area. Nana Kofi Olato IV is the Chidom Hene for Santro Kofi traditional area.
We are still warning the government never to come and tamper with our beautiful mountains for any mining activities. That is why we have mounted those signboards. And there are more also to be mounted, even beyond our area here. We are very prepared to mount one in Kokwe district, warning any intruder into the community. We are very, very wild. We are not joking with the mining activities that the government wants to take place here. So any prospect that wants to come, the person should stay away entirely.
He says anyone who flouts their orders does so at his own peril, not even the minister.
If they say that it's at your own risk, it's a very big warning. If you come here and you don't go back home, that is the risk that you are facing. Yes. Because we don't want these beautiful mountains to be destroyed. Our yes is yes, our no is no. We don't want any mining activities to take place here. Because at least we have heard the mining activities that are going on in other regions. The end result of it, they are not getting anything. They are only getting diseases, destruction, and their farmlands. So any prospect that comes here and that person doesn't go back home, the government has nothing to ask us. Even if the Minister of Natural Resources comes here and he doesn't go back to the State House, it is to his own risk.
Peter Sanu for Joy News.
You're still watching Joy News Prime. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with business. Let's do business now. And UK-based Fitch Solutions is anticipating that Ghana will reach an agreement with its bilateral creditors in early 2024. It is also projecting that a deal with commercial creditors will be reached by mid-2024. This, it believes, will improve investor sentiment towards Ghanaian assets, improve capital inflows, and provide support to the city. Here is more in this report.
A net country risk report on Ghana has said the government will make progress regarding the restructuring of Ghana's external debt under the G20 Common Framework in the coming quarters. Indeed, we expect that the authorities will make progress regarding the restructuring of Ghana's external debt under the G20 Common Framework in the coming quarters. The UK-based firm said its current projections are predicated on the assumption that the Ghanaian authorities and external creditors will be able to finalize debt restructuring negotiations by mid-2024. Should this process take longer than currently anticipated, Fitch Solutions said investor confidence towards Ghanaian assets would weaken. Thus, its stress would result in a renewed sell-off of the cedi, which would lead to stronger imported price pressures. In this scenario, domestic demand would remain weaker than our baseline forecast assumes, it's added.
The country recorded some marginal decline in earnings from exports in the third quarter of this year. Data from the Bank of Ghana puts the amount secured during that period at $3.7 billion. George Wefi has the rest of the story.
That the country got from July to September this year represents about a 10% decline compared to the over $4,000 it got for the same period last year. The development can be linked to declining prices of crude oil on the international market and the marginal decline in the volumes of gold exported by the country during that period. This is despite the fact that prices of gold on the international market was going up during the third quarter of this year. If the trend is sustained to the end of this year, that could impact negatively on the country's foreign exchange earnings going forward. But despite this challenge, the country ended the third quarter of this year with a trade surplus of $174 million. This is due to the fact that the amount of money that Ghana spent on exports went down by some 11.5% to reach $3.5 billion. However, some are worried that not all these earnings still find their way into Bank of Ghana's coffers, a move that could have gone a long way to improve the central bank's earnings to support the local currency.
We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with Showbiz. Do stay. All right, let's do Showbiz now, and Jackie is already in here. Hi, Jackie, how you doing?
I'm good, Kujo. How about you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Very okay.
Okay.
I won't say anything.
All right, so today we're starting with one of the big wigs in Ghana's playwright. So in the world of theatre arts, where creativity meets cultural expression, Dr. Mohammed Ben Abdallah stands as a luminary, leaving an indelible mark on the Ghanaian and global stage. A revolution in theatre arts in 1983 by Dr. Ben Abdallah birthed the revolutionary concept of Abibi Groma, a fusion of African performance tradition aimed at evolving a distinctly African theatrical form.
In the heart of Ghana, where the rhythms of tradition meet the beats of innovation, Dr. Ben Abdallah orchestrates a tale of theatrical brilliance.
You must, my sister, in fact, we should.
Dr. Ben Abdallah's artistic brilliance is evident in the major dramatic productions that have graced the stage under his directional guidance, such as The Trial of Malam Ilya, Verdict of the Cobra in 1984 to present, and still in 1984, Dr. Ben Abdallah painted the stage with The Slaves, a masterpiece echoing through time.
Little city next to this one called Lamina, St. George de Lamina. The name Lamina means mine, because they got plenty of gold. Then it went to Ivory, they called it the Guinea Coast. And then when they started dealing with human beings, they called it the Slave Coast.
He played a crucial role in the construction of the National Theatre of Ghana and orchestrated the establishment of the cultural landmarks such as the Dubois Memorial Center for Pan-African Culture and the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. In the spotlight of Dr. Ben Abdallah's dedication, the curtains rise not just on a play, but on a legacy, a maestro of theatre art and a catalyst for societal transformation. For Joy News, I am Jacqueline Ansuma Yeboah.
But when you get out of Ghana, then they become scarce.
Is a master of many, and he would be awarded some couple of staffs on Friday, this coming Friday. Yeah.
I think I heard a voice speaking like Nkrumah. It was his?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, nice.
All right, now join FM Party in the Bag, mini picnics, family reunions, and good music. The Christmas bliss swept through the Ebri Gardens as thousands gather for the 2023 Joy FM Family Party in the Bag. Patrons walked away with many prizes, with Kwabna Efia. Kwanpa Band left the Queen's Band, thrilling them with some good music. They say they cannot wait for the next edition. My colleague Maxwell was there and has this report.
The energetic performance by Kwanpa Band electrified the park, turning the Ebri Botanical Gardens into a lively convention ground with patrons dancing in circles, many of them thanking God for helping them see December.
Family party in the park event happening here at the Ebri Botanical Gardens. What you can see right now is the Kwampa Band. Yet they brought this place to life. This dancing is spontaneous. Kwampa Band, leading that.
I'm having time, very fun. Yes, yes.
You came here with your family?
Yes, I came with my family.
I'm a Pokwanti William, a pastor.
You're a pastor?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is it like for you here?
It's wonderful. Joy is doing great things here. Yeah. We love Joy FM, we love Joy Sports. Job everything is great. Yeah. We are doing well. Everything is nice.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun here at a family party in the park.
Yeah, I'm enjoying, pa. Really enjoying.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Okay. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm also happy.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Thank you very much, Joy FM. Okay. We are grateful.
And then Kwabna took the stage, prompting everyone to sing along. Every part of the Ebri Gardens was taken by our patrons. The famous Daddy's Corner had a beer stand with pork plus many others that got our daddies stuck in their corner. The patrons were from different parts of the world.
Oh, beautiful. We're having a lot of fun. The people is beautiful, very welcoming, and I'm feeling very blessed to be here.
Yeah. You love it here?
I love it. I love it. Beautiful people.
Yeah. How long have you been in?
We arrived 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago. Is it your first time here?
First time here. Lovely, yes. So we're here with some friends, and we love the people.
Next year.
I won't be here.
Definitely, I also won't be here.
I'll be in Ebri because the sort of things I'm seeing.
You missed out on a lot.
Oh my goodness.
A lot.
I'm sure if a family didn't enjoy it, they are making plans that next year they will be the first to buy the ticket.
Oh yeah, just as Maxwell is saying.
You cannot be left out of this excitement.
Yeah.
Next year I'm not working on Christmas. Even if I am, I'd love to be put on that shift.
Yeah, we talked to Maxwell about that. All right, now it's day 4 of Ufwa Santo's Singathon Challenge, and a large number of Ghanaians are still trooping to the venue in support of the world record attempt, with patrons jamming to every tune. Tonight, she clocks 96 hours. My colleague Rejoice Simefa was there and has this interaction with patrons and celebrities present.
Because it's a national thing, this is not only for her, it's for the whole country. And if the country is doing something, we have the opportunity to come and support. It's for free. They've opened their gates for free. So why not? If I have time, I just pass by.
This is a feat worth celebrating, right? So I had to, just come show support. Ghanaians are not always known to come out in their numbers to support causes such as this. So when it happens,
And you know, the vibe is right. You know, everybody's hands are on deck. It's just appropriate that you just throw in yours as well. So that's exactly why I'm here, to add my support to the already existing massive support.
I was told by my daughter that there is something like this going on here. So I watched on YouTube and I felt it's necessary for me to come here and render my support, because you need to edge her on in order for her to finish what she has started.
I think there's no Christmas if you are not here. All the celebration is here, as you can see. You can see how everyone is dancing and rejoicing. I think as a lady, this step she has taken, she has paved way for we the young ones, that we can do anything we set our minds to. So I felt her energy and I want to tap into it. That's why I am here today.
No, I think it's a sense of patriotism. Patriotism, one, for the country, two, for the creative space, because we want things to get better in terms of content creation, in terms of the movie, the general creative space.
Actually, you know, Ghana is on the globe now, so we came here to support Ghana and support Efia Santua. I believe she's selling our Ghanaian music and selling the nation as a whole. We are going to be here for 129 hours. If only she's going to sing, we are going to be here with her.
You know, last minutes are always dangerous, so we want to come and give the last minute hype, you know, to support her, give her the morale that she will need to finish hard.
Putting Ghana on the map. So while you are home, why do you have to be selfish? Come and support her. If we are to the world, yeah.
Are you looking for bye, babe?
Yes, saying, don't be selfish, pass through the Okaba village to support Efia Santua. Tonight, she clocks 96 hours.
So she'll be done by tomorrow.
Well, so by midnight tomorrow, it would be 120 hours, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be singing for an extra 9 hours.
By midnight
tomorrow, it would be 100.
Not midnight, as in...
Tonight.
Yes.
No, tonight, she clocks 96 hours.
Whoa.
And tomorrow, 12 midnight, she clocks 120 hours.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's done well.
She has. I was just watching her before coming, and the energy she has in the evening is different.
You have not slept all of...
Yeah.
Wow. Let's all go there and support Efia, yeah? Well, and kudos to you for what you're doing. On behalf of all of us here, thank you. But remember to brush your teeth tonight, and when you wake up tomorrow morning with Pepsodent. You can do that with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, Pepsodent Charcoal, or Pepsodent Triple Protection, because with Pepsodent, every smile matters. And you give me that 32. Yeah, that's what I love. Well, and on this note, we say thank you for being a part of us. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com, please. Until we meet again tomorrow, please be good.